So this is a pair of trainers I got from Size. It was kind of the only size that was left, and basically I bought them for display mainly, and it's the Turtles Adidas ShellToe collab. And these ones obviously are sort of more inspired by the Raphael. And for me, Raphael was my favourite character when I was a kid, so that's the reason why I bought it. However, the packaging came and it looks like it's damaged. It didn't come in the box, so I was hoping that this would be more of a display piece, but I'm going to have to sort of send it back, and I don't think they've got any more in stock, so I'll probably sort of miss out or see if I can pick them up for cheap on the resale market in good condition. But I'm a bit wary of buying something which has sort of, I guess, this kind of collector's item where it might have sort of damage on there. But as you can sort of see, it's not one of those things that I'd want to sort of keep on the display shelf whilst it's got that damage. But the trainers themselves, I've never had a pair of ShellToes, and for me, it was one of those ones where I'm not so keen on, I suppose, trainers of this nature, and the reason being, I just don't find them that comfortable. And this is not just the ShellToe; this would be like the Adidas Gazelle, the Samba, so any of those types of trainers, even the sort of the Nike equivalent. I can't remember the name now. That's how relevant it was to me. And so basically, anything like these are, I say, even the Puma Clyde or the Puma Suedes, just those type of trainers where they've got this kind of midsole, outsole, where it's just very sort of basic on foot. And you know, power to the people that like that kind of thing, but it's not for me. I prefer to wear something more comfortable, really. But this particular pair, the reason I was grabbed to it was obviously the Turtles, and I think they did the collab very well, because if you can sort of see, it's got that sort of texture on the leather, and the leather is quite sort of puffy, and kind of gives you that Turtles sort of vibe, you know, like in terms of its texture. And then obviously the toe cap is made out of a shell, which is really nice, and it's just a nice cool touch. And then you got these little doubres that you can clip on as well that basically represent the Turtles. And then also sort of underfoot, you can sort of see it's got the gum outsole, which is a nice touch as well. And then I think this Adidas, the font is used here is basically the same as the ones in the comics, and that's probably, I'm not going to open up the comic because obviously this is going to be sort of sent back because it was damaged, but you can see that's the font that's been used. And then also the card itself, you know, you can sort of see it's got like a comic strip on it, and I know it has a comic inside there, so I'm not going to obviously open it because it says non-returnable once opened. And the trainers themselves, I've got sort of tutor size on these, but they look big in person. I'm sure they'll fit fine, but I just put my foot against it and they just look a bit too big, in all honesty. I like the fact that it comes with red laces for Raphael, and then it's also got on the lace tips TMNT on there, on both, which is really cool. And I know the insole as well is basically got some hidden elements on it as well, so that's basically it's a reversible insole, which is nice and not something I've seen before. It doesn't feel like the greatest of quality, it feels quite sort of cheap, but I like the fact that both of them insoles have a reversible thing going on. And then also you can sort of see inside, there's another pair of laces as well in green, which is cool. And then you can see inside here they've got the sewer in the inside of the sneaker as well, so you can probably see that, maybe. Yeah, there you go. And that's quite a cool touch, and I think just, you know, things like that make the trainer sort of worthwhile and sort of collectible. I also remember liking the Towley South Park version as well. That was really nice and just different. And you can probably see the inner lining here, it's got kind of pizza-ish sort of marks all over it inside, which again, just attention to detail is really good. It's just a shame that it's damaged, otherwise I'd definitely keep it as a collector's piece and it'll be set up on the shelf, really. So yeah, that's the trainer now, and like I say, it's really nice what they've done with it. And I also remember on the other shoe they've got the sort of other doubres and accessories that you can sort of put in, and basically you got the different turtles on here, like the different emblems, and then also another sort of Raphael mask. So yeah, just a cool touch really, and just a really nice collab. And I think for £110, it's not so bad as well in terms of its price. So you know, definitely worth considering. So here are the details for the Adidas Originals Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Superstar ShellToe. It comes in a craft green, Pantone and shadow green, and it has a polyurethane midsole. There's no tech in this particular trainer, and it's made up of all leather upper materials, and the price is £110. So with the comfort and sizing, this is on the firm side, and you're not going to get any sort of forgiveness with this particular pair. It's very much a product of the, I think they're released sort of 70s 80s, so in that respect they're not going to give you too much support, and they also have a flat sole, so just bear that in mind, so you don't get too much art support or anything like that, or any sort of contour to your foot kind of thing. So it's very much a flat sneaker, and because of the leather material being sort of quite thick in terms of the material and also the ShellToe itself, I reckon you probably need about 4 to 8 hours for it to sort of wear in and feel better on foot, and that includes the midsole and outsole. And true to size did work for me for these. They look pretty big anyway, so I think true to size does work. And the traction is okay, so it's pretty much a sort of herringbone type traction, and it's fine. It does what it's supposed to, and you'll get a lot of stability anyway because it's flat. It has a flat sole. So with the look and style, I like the dark colour tones on the sneaker. It's one of those ones where it perfectly sort of matches up with the turtles. I think the only thing that I would have said is the white cream colour on the sort of ShellToe part of the sneaker on the toe box. That to me should maybe be in I guess sort of a dark brown colour or grey colour to sort of match the turtles shell. And it's a good one for the autumn winter in my opinion because of the dark colours. And this one you can't really sort of wear sort of smart casual because of the colourway. I think it's a casual one really. And I would say it comes with a couple of different lace options, but I think sail would work in this. And obviously I think the turtles colours, so you know, red for Raphael, orange and purple and blue, and even the green laces that come with it. So with the final thoughts, I like the blister packaging. It's really cool, and Adidas have done this on other collabs as well, but this one I think looks quite nice with the cardboard comic strip on it, and also the comic book that's inside it, which is a really cool thing. And I also like the lace accessories that you get as well, so you get plenty of sort of things to sort of play with and put on your laces. And the reversible insole is not something that you see that often, and it's a cool thing to have, and it's a nice little sort of Easter egg as well. And then you get the sewer hub on the sole of the sneaker itself, so which is really cool. In terms of the cons, obviously the comfort is going to be on the firm side. It's not going to be anything special because there's no sort of new tech in there. It's very old tech. And I guess the colour is on the darker side, so it's not really for everyone. I mean, it's matching up to the turtles at the end of the day. So with the ratings, I give the look and style a 4 out of 5. It's mainly because of the colourway, and I think for me it's it's a cool sneaker to put on the display, but I don't know if I'd be wearing them. And the comfort is just standard stuff really, so I've given it a 3. I don't even think it's a 2. I think there's enough comfort in there, and it's sort of quite neutral on foot, but just don't expect, compared to sort of today's lifestyle sneakers. And the quality I only give a 5 just because of the extras and the presentation itself. It's just really well done and really well made. And same for the pricing as well, I'll give that a 5. So I think it's a really good value for money as well in terms of what you get, because I think ShellToe sort of retail at sort of £80-90, so to pay the extra £20 to get something with all the extras in it is quite cool. And overall I'll give it a solid 4 out of 5. I think it's a cool sneaker, one to put, for me anyway, on the display stand. I'm sure some people are wearing these, but it's one of those ones where it's just a nice sort of collector's piece in my opinion. And because it's being a sort of superstar, it's not likely to sort of deteriorate over time that quickly either.